Here on PrizePicks for Monday, June 16th. Before I get started, you guys take a look in the description below of this video. Hop into the Discord to where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks, other cappers in there as well. Super positive community. Everyone just trying to help each other cash. Currently doing a promo right now for first-time members. Normally the Discord is just $9.30 per month. If you are a first-time member, 20% off your first month. Comes out to like $6 for the full first 30 days using promo code TUFF with the link in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. Also, you guys follow me on Twitter, at ToughPicks on Twitter. Been posting daily plays of the day over there. Actually posted a night owl play of the day last night. Again, I think at night, late night is when the best value is on PrizePicks. So again, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at ToughPicks. I also have a link to the premium Discord in the description or in my Twitter bio as well if you guys want to find it there. But let's get into it, you guys. Obviously, Game 5 of the NBA Finals, just a crucial matchup. Sorry, we cashed on our Game 3 props. Missed on our Game 4 props. I think we had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Obi Toppin fantasy score. Obi Toppin cashed easy, and then Shai just wasn't really aggressive to the fourth quarter. So again, looking to replicate that here tonight. I got 2 player props for this game. Let's not wasting time, you guys. Let's just get right into it. First play I'm looking at is gonna be Tyrese Haliburton over 13.5 field goals attempted. This line was at 14.5 for I think every game this series. So we get this at 13.5 here, back on the road, and they need Tyrese Haliburton to continue to be aggressive. We've even seen this in the news. Quentin Richardson recently came out, I think yesterday or the day before, was talking about Tyrese Haliburton needs to be more aggressive in Game 5. It's kind of been the talk of the series, Tyrese Haliburton and his aggressiveness in looking for his shot. But taking a look at this here over on Outlier, again, link in the description below. You guys can get a 7-day free trial with Outlier, elite research betting tool that I do use every single day, you guys. Absolute elite analytics, filters, everything you need really to make more efficient player prop decisions is on Outlier. So link in the description below. You guys can get a 7-day free trial. Highly recommend Outlier. But look at this. This is my filters here. Over 13.5 field goal attempts over his last 20 games, right? I believe this is going back to February of this year. When he plays 35 plus minutes, he's over this line in 16 of 20. So again, playoffs or not, NBA Finals or not, this already has a strong hit rate when he plays those 35 plus minutes. And again, for Tyrese Haliburton, he's going to see those type of minutes here. Kind of I don't want to say do or die matchup here in Game 5, but Game 5 is absolutely crucial for this series. And you can see here in the series, 39, 34, 36, and 36 minutes he's seen. And he just needs to be more aggressive. He's actually finished with 13 or at least 13 field goal attempts in all 4 games in this series. Obviously, the one game that I think he played his best, he finished with 17 field goal attempts. All we need here is this one is 14. And again, hopefully we do get a very close and competitive game. But coming back to this, like I said, in his last 20 games when he plays 35 plus minutes, over in 16 of his last 20, 80% hit rate, averaging 15.9 field goal attempts. Even going back to last season when he played 35 plus minutes, over in 26 of 32, averaging 16.9, almost 17 field goal attempts per game. So again, we need Tyrese Haliburton to be aggressive. His splits obviously don't necessarily favor this, but again, this is the NBA Finals. I'm not really attributing splits, home versus away splits, into this too much. But again, on the year, averaging 13.4 field goal attempts on the road. Also, something interesting, we talk about Tyrese Haliburton in the playoffs. Obviously, it's the playoffs, it's the NBA Finals. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals here on the 40, honestly, in this one. But we look at his field goal attempts game log in his playoff career when he logs 36-plus minutes. Over in 12 of 17 on this line, at least 13 and 13 of 17 games. Obviously, this has just a lot more at stake here, being the NBA Finals Game 5 here. Again, it's a lot of pressure for the Pacers to essentially, I think, lose Game 5 here and go back home with, OKC has a chance with an opportunity to close the series out and win an NBA championship. So, again, we got this line at 14.5 for almost every game this series. I like this one here. I expect him to be ultra aggressive at 13.5. I think it's a little bit too low of a line. The second play here, again, an interesting one. If you don't like it, don't tail it. I want to just, reiterate that. Like, you guys don't have to tail these props here. But it's going to be Luguentz Dort over 18 fantasy score. Again, very interesting line here, I think, for Luguentz Dort at 18 fantasy score. Again, you don't have to tail this if you don't like it, but I think in doing some research here, the hit rate is just too strong in my opinion. We look at Luguentz Dort. First, his home versus away splits are elite. You can see here at home, averages more points, significantly more points, 3 more points per game, which over the course of a season is pretty high. 1.1 steals, blocks, everything but pretty much field goal percentage. 3-point percentage is up 10 whole percentage points. And then his aggressiveness is up as well. He obviously takes about almost 2 more threes a game, almost a full more field goal attempt per game. But again, the 3-point percentage, field goal percentage up significantly when he plays at home, which obviously helps a player like Luguentz Dort, who is considered a role player. But he does have that defensive upside, which is why I like fantasy score. Like a player like Luguentz Dort, I'm taking his fantasy score on PrizePicks pretty much every day over his, not every day, in the course of the season, but I'm taking it over his PRA because he has got that defensive upside. But coming here, looking at Luguentz Dort per 36 minutes this season, or again, this is since, April 17th, the last 11 games at home, Luguentz Dort averaging 27.7 fantasy points per 36 minutes, 0.8 fantasy points per minute, right? And we look at Luguentz Dort in that game 4, he played really well. I think he finished with, a +3. So, I mean, Shea, 0, Jalen Williams, 0, but obviously they're not going to lose any minutes. Hartenstein was -7, but Luguentz Dort, +3 when he was on the floor in 33 minutes, right? And they kind of closed that game with this small ball lineup with Chet, Jalen Williams, SGA, Luguentz Dort, and Alex Caruso, which, again, it continues to tell me that they're going to, Luguentz Dort's going to see 30-plus minutes, right? 30-plus minutes in this one, bearing any foul trouble, right? Bearing any foul trouble again. But he's at home, and we look over on Outlier. Again, you guys, Outlier research betting tool, 7-day free trial. 18 fantasy score, right? This has absolutely 0 filters on it. I don't want to get crazy with the filters. Obviously, head-to-head, he's over in 5 of his last 8. He did have 39.3 fantasy points in Game 1 of this NBA Finals, right? Just keep that in mind. 39.3. All we need is 18.1 in this one. He had 39.3 in Game 1 at home. Over and under in 3 straight, all right? But this game here, 9.9, he only played 26 minutes. What I think he may have fouled out, was just in crazy foul trouble. And then 16.8 on the road at Indiana, and then 11.6 on the road at Indiana. But at home, for Luguentz Dort with 30-plus minutes. Let's just filter this to this season when he plays at home with 30 minutes. This hit rate's elite, guys. Honestly, it truly is. Just 30 minutes. 19 of 21, averaging 27.3 fantasy points. 19 of 21 games he's over on this line when he plays 30-plus minutes at home. This is just what it is. I mean, this is even some playoff games here. Against Memphis, 18.8, 30.6 against Minnesota, another 25.3 against Minnesota, and 39.3 obviously against the Pacers in Game 1. 19 of 21 this season when he plays 30-plus minutes at home. Going back to even last season, 19 of 21 when he plays 30-plus minutes at home. And this isn't like this is a bad matchup, right? Indiana loves to play fast. Luguentz Dort obviously has a ton of upside for steals plus blocks. Again, 18 fantasy score is just the lowest of any line on the board, I think, for fantasy score lines for these players in this game, or TJ McConnell, but for OKC at least. I mean, Caruso here at 25. So if you compare the two players, obviously have the same sort of upside, I think, Dort and Caruso, with the defensive upside and then just their role in the team. Dort's a whole 7 fantasy points less, which is why I like Dort in this one. Again, if you don't like it, don't tail it. I want to reiterate that here. But Luguentz Dort, I like this line a lot, honestly, truly. So here's the 2 player props for this video. Luguentz Dort, Tyrese Haliburton field goal attempts. Please drop a like on this video, you guys. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, let's cash.